One of the most interesting facets of architecture is bridge building. And some of the most glorious and marvelous bridges in the world are feats of architecture and engineering that seem to be unbelievable. And bridges have a purpose. The purpose is to take people over obstacles from point A to point B. And they make traffic easier. They make walking across a river easier. In other words, they make life easier for us and also accomplish a goal. They get us to where we want to go. And this is what we do in our material life. But we have obstacles in our spiritual life. We have obstacles in our spiritual life that put a chasm between us and the other side. And somehow we have to build bridges from point A to point B so that we can move from here to there and move on in our spiritual life. And our obstacles are our temptations, our sins, our faults, our failings. And it's up to us to make sure that we get rid of those. And in the process of getting rid of those, what we do is we build our spiritual bridge with the graces and the blessings that God gives to us. And we follow in building our bridge the master bridge builder, because Jesus is our master bridge builder. He is our way. He is our truth. He is our life. And he will bring us from point A to point B, no matter how many obstacles that we have. And we have to learn to follow his way. And his way was simply one of truth, of beauty, and of goodness. His way is one of mercy and forgiveness. His way is one of love and tenderness, gentleness and compassion. And he's asking us to follow that way. He's asking us to be like him in all things, because he became like us in all things except for sin. He came here to show us the way. And the way that he showed us was the will of his Father, to do what his Father asked him to do. All he ever wanted to do was not his own will, but to the will of his Father, right to the very end of his life, when he hung on the cross and he gave it all, because that was his Father's will for him, to save us, so that our bridge between heaven and earth could be finished. Yes, we all need to make our own bridges, and every day we put another brick in it, and every day we put a little more cement or concrete or steel into our bridge, because we want the strongest bridge we could possibly have, because we don't want a disaster, and we don't want our bridge to collapse. So we need to put ourselves into a position where we always have the bridge master in our life. He will always lead us. He will always carry us, even when we fall. He will always pick us up, and he holds us in the palm of his hands. We just have to trust him. Life is never easy. Life has many obstacles. It has many pitfalls. It has many construction errors in it. And we have to do something about that. We have to be above that. And we have to be willing to follow that bridge builder from one point to the other. Because when we get to the other side of that bridge, which is heaven, we will be the happiest, most completely fulfilled person that we could ever be. And Jesus is offering his hand out that to us to say, come, follow me, walk on that bridge. Come, walk toward that bridge, come to the other side.